They called her farm trash. Until her mother walked into school with a badge, they thought she was just a quiet farm girl. They thought she was weak. They thought no one would ever stand up for her. What they didn't know was that the woman fixing tractors at sunset used to chase down criminals for a living. And the day they pushed too far was the day everything changed. Before we start, if you believe bullies should never get away with cruelty, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay until the end. Because this story proves that strength doesn't always look the way you expect. The sun had barely risen over the rolling fields of Pine Hollow when 16-year-old Lily Dawson stepped onto the creaking wooden porch of her farmhouse. The morning air smelled like dew and hay. She tied her worn leather boots tightly and grabbed the dented metal pail hanging beside the door. The farm didn't wait for anyone. Not for grief, not for exhaustion, and definitely not for high school drama. 2 years earlier, Lily's father had died in a tragic harvesting accident when the combine malfunctioned. In one terrible afternoon, her world had changed forever. Now it was just her and her mother, Rachel Dawson. They worked the land together. They survived together. But school? School was a battlefield Lily fought alone. It started quietly, whispers when she walked past. Girls covering their noses dramatically. Snickers when she raised her hand in class. She smells like cows. Does she even own a shower? Probably milks them before algebra. At first, Lily pretended not to hear. She kept her head down, focused on grades, focused on helping her mom keep the farm afloat. But the whispers grew louder, crueler. By spring semester, the bullying had a face and a name. Brittany Cole, Sheriff Cole's daughter, perfect hair, expensive clothes, a following of students who laughed before she even finished her jokes. Brittany made Lily her favorite target. "Hey, barn girl," she'd call down the hallway. "Did you park your tractor in the student lot again?" Laughter. Always laughter. Lily forced a smile. Always silence. But silence doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. At night, when chores were finished and the sky was scattered with stars, Lily would sit in the barn loft with her knees pulled to her chest. Only the horses saw her cry. Only the wind heard her whisper, "Why me?" One Wednesday morning, everything escalated. Lily walked into school already tired from waking at 4 a.m. to help a cow deliver a calf. She wasn't prepared for what waited at her locker. Mud smeared across the metal door. Chicken feathers stuck to the handle. And written in thick red marker, "Farm trash." Her stomach dropped. Her books were missing. Her lunchbox lay crushed on the floor, its contents spilled across the tiles. Behind her, laughter exploded. Brittany leaned casually against the lockers, twirling a strand of glossy blonde hair. "Aw," she mocked. "Did someone escape the petting zoo?" One of the boys nearby added, "Maybe we should install a trough for her in the cafeteria." More laughter. Lily's cheeks burned. "Please," she whispered. "Just stop." Brittany stepped forward and shoved Lily's shoulder. Not hard enough to cause injury, just hard enough to humiliate. "Make me," Brittany said softly. The hallway felt smaller, hotter. Lily bent down to gather her destroyed things, her hands trembling. She refused to cry. Not here, not in front of them. But when she ran outside minutes later, the tears came anyway. That afternoon, Lily didn't go straight home. She sat on an old hay bale at the edge of their property, staring across acres of golden fields. The wind brushed gently against her face. She felt small, exhausted, defeated. Her mother found her there. Rachel sat beside her without speaking at first. "Rough day?" she asked quietly. Lily nodded. "They hate me, Mom," she whispered. "They ruin my stuff. They call me names. I didn't do anything to them." Rachel gently wiped her daughter's tears. "People who hurt others," she said softly, "usually have something broken inside themselves. But I'm tired of being strong," Lily replied, her voice cracking. "I don't want to be strong anymore. I just want it to stop." Rachel looked at her daughter differently then. Not just with comfort, but with something deeper, resolve. "There's something I never told you," Rachel said carefully. Lily frowned. "What?" Rachel inhaled slowly. "Before your father and I bought this farm, I wasn't just a bookkeeper." She paused. "I was a federal agent." Lily blinked. "What?" "I worked major investigations, cybercrime, harassment cases, organized fraud. I retired after your dad died because I needed to focus on you." The wind rustled through the cornfields. "You were, like, an FBI agent?" Lily asked. Rachel gave a small nod. "And I may be retired," she added quietly, "but I'm not powerless." The next morning, Lily's stomach twisted as she prepared for school. "You don't have to go," Rachel offered. "No," Lily said softly. "If I don't go, they win." Rachel studied her daughter proudly. "Good," she said. "Go, and don't say a word to anyone." Lily hesitated. "What are you going to do?" Rachel smiled faintly. "Trust me." At school, Brittany and her group were already gathered near the lockers. "Look who crawled back," Brittany sneered. Lily said nothing. She simply looked at them calmly. "Oh, silent treatment now?" Brittany mocked. "What's wrong, farm girl?" Before Lily could respond, heavy footsteps echoed down the hallway. Students turned. Teachers stepped out of classrooms. And then the hallway fell silent. Rachel Dawson walked in, not in muddy jeans or a flannel shirt, but in a tailored black suit. Her posture straight, dark sunglasses shielding her eyes. And clipped to her belt, a badge. Behind her walked several federal officers. The sound of their boots hitting tile floors echoed like thunder. Brittany's smirk disappeared instantly. "What's going on?" she whispered. Rachel removed her sunglasses slowly. Her voice was calm, controlled. "I'm Rachel Dawson," she said clearly. "Former federal agent, currently consulting on harassment and cyberbullying investigations." She held up a thick folder. "I've reviewed months of documented evidence involving threats, property damage, online harassment, and coordinated bullying targeting my daughter." The hallway felt frozen. "Every text message," Rachel continued. "Every anonymous account, every video posted and deleted. It's all traceable." Brittany's face drained of color. "We were just joking," she stammered. Rachel stepped closer. "There's nothing funny about cruelty." Silence. School administrators rushed forward. Phones were requested. Screens checked. Accounts pulled up. Screenshots displayed. The evidence was undeniable. The vandalism, the group chats. The edited videos mocking Lily. Within minutes, the situation escalated beyond high school drama. It became legal. Brittany's father, Sheriff Cole, arrived in a fury. But when he saw the documentation laid out neatly in Rachel's folder, his expression changed. "Sheriff," Rachel said evenly, "if this were anyone else's child, you'd take action." The hallway held its breath. For once, authority wasn't on Brittany's side. Suspensions were issued immediately. Formal investigations began. Mandatory counseling, community service, public apologies. The school board implemented new anti-bullying protocols within days. And suddenly, the power balance shifted. The following Monday, Lily walked through those same hallways, but something was different. Whispers had changed. Some students looked ashamed. Others avoided eye contact entirely. A few even murmured quiet apologies. Lily didn't need revenge. She needed peace. And for the first time in 2 years, she had it. That evening, back on the farm, the sunset painted the sky orange and pink. Rachel was under the hood of the old tractor, tightening a bolt. Lily leaned against the fence, watching her. "You didn't have to do all that," Lily said softly. Rachel wiped her hands and smiled. "Yes," she said. "I did. No one gets to make you feel small." Lily laughed lightly. "Guess I shouldn't mess with you either." Rachel winked. That would be wise. They stood together, watching the sun disappear behind the fields. The farm hadn't changed. The land hadn't changed, but Lily had. She wasn't farm trash. She wasn't weak. She was the daughter of a woman who knew how to fight, not with fists, but with truth. And sometimes, the strongest people aren't the loudest. They're the ones who wait, watch, and step in exactly when it matters most. If this story inspired you, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories about courage, justice, and unexpected strength. And tell me in the comments, do you think bullying should carry real consequences? Because sometimes, the quiet farm girl isn't alone, and sometimes, the woman fixing tractors used to take down criminals, and she hasn't forgotten how.